So we're on fantasy leagues. So I only got one I paid into. I got the NFL fantasy app, which is like 2 free leagues, right? And I got Josh Allen in both of those leagues. Bye week. I'm like, who do I? So I fucking Google AI, fucking Gemini. Who do I stream? Quarterback odds. So I go, because I look at all these different websites. And they go, oh, I took Joe Flacco. Projected at 12. Yeah, I scored 25 tonight. He's going to be way higher than most everybody else. Because he doesn't fucking run. And so he's going to throw it to every fucking chance he's got, right? And so a friend of mine, I sent it to her. I said, hey, by the way, I took your boy. And she's like, oh, what the fuck? She goes, obviously you got money. And then she just messaged me. She's like, oh my God, they just won. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. Uncle Joe got it done.
I should have started them too. Did you have them?
Oh, nice.
I was waiting for him to put a game together as a before I said, all right.
Yeah, I got you.
I have to go obviously.
That he's got too many weapons, right?
Right. So like, you gotta work. At some point you gotta work. He's got that magic. He's got the Browns in the playoffs, right? He's around to get the Bengals to the playoffs.
You know what it is about acting? Cheers, fucker. I like that for you. A little swing loop.
please hold up on your warm-up. Please hold up on all warm-up. Respot your pin setters, number 1. Once again, this is the last call for any bracket side pots or crisscross doubles. You guys will be skipping 3 pairs. Right lane goes right, left lane goes left. And you're using 5 through 22. If you have not grabbed your score sheet, please make sure you do so from the front counter. Thank you.
The senior tour is equally a fucking grind.
All right, folks, if you're here and hanging out with us for the final competition of the opening day of the trilogy, Age and Og Open. Final 2-game sweeper tonight. A few folks hanging out tonight, too. I'm going to assume you live in either Arizona and or other states around the Southwest, or at least the West Coast.
Left Coast, what?
Yeah, so wherever you may be watching from, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hang out with us and perhaps watch someone go 44 over like I believe Justin Flora did in the first sweeper tonight and won himself $1,000. Shot 231 in game 2. He's bowling on 9 and 10. We'll check him out here in a little bit. No re-oil for this sweeper, so keep that in mind. So this game could more or less end up being kind of a transition game.
For sure.
For some players.
And again, so the wild thing is it's guaranteed money, right? And so we have less players for $1,000 on top. If you look at it that way, right? Like, and
that's true.
You know, it's, and like you said, the transition from, you know, no re-greasing or re-waxing. There was no lane Zamboni down the lane, right? So these guys are kind of like a traditional transition in game 4 or game 3-ish. You got to factor in, and I don't know, we'd have to talk to Kegel like for exactly the amount of time when oil sits for an extended period. How does it transition? How does it do things? And yes, folks, oil does move when it's just sitting, right? Because you have the lane surface, all these other variables that come into play. So yeah, that's the big side of it too, right? So again, you got to think that you can't necessarily go, oh, it's like game 3 would be. Not the thing, because it sat for over an hour. So what is that then as it saturates and soaks into the lane surface? What does that look like, right? And we don't know what that is. So
now we're cooking. That's one of those things that I think no one, I shouldn't say no one, but a casual player, and even those who with some high level experience don't factor in or really don't know all of the variables because there's probably too many of what you just talked about.
Right.
When
For sure.
oil does sit.
Yeah.
How about Robert Smith?
And it's a big thing too, especially when you look at when you bowl a tournament or an event, right? When lanes don't sit for an actual set amount of time, and that was something that the PBA actually had to install back in the early 2000s when they were, we're going to do fresh every time. Well, then they realized that we have to go fresh for a certain time period because the lane surface does factor into that, as well as the HVAC and a bunch of other things, right? And so to make it more consistent and fair time to time, you got to throw the time factor in that. Because if you go to how many times do you see it when league or a tournament where they oil and within 10 to 15 minutes you're throwing practice shots, the lane transition's totally different than if that same pattern is applied and sits for an hour or an hour and a half. In this case, we were almost an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. What does that look like, right? And it's totally different. And you don't, I don't know, I think it's tough to say. You don't want to say that that's a very big equation, but it is for when you get to the elite level, right? Like, and it's actually me and Robert, funny thing, me and Robert Smith are talking, right? Like, and again, he works for a different company now and the whole thing, right? Like, but back in the day when Rob was part of the Storm staff, right? And he goes, oh man, he goes, I haven't seen this kind of transition and stuff like this in a really long time. And I go, yeah, how's that working out for it? He goes, yeah, I'm trying to figure. I go, yeah, a little bit different than the senior tour. He goes, he looked at me, his eyes got real big. He goes, ain't even close to the senior tour. And again, they're talking about, and depending on what type of event it is, sometimes they have their own lane machine and lane oil and all the different things, as opposed to, we're using the house machine, house oil, blah, 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 blah. Like, we just have all these different variables that equate into our equation that you have to account for in certain situations. I think that's the end result is what I'm trying to spit out here. So, deadwood halfway up the lane, lane 10.
Serious deadwood.
I mean, the serious deadwood is when you used to, as kids, if you bowl in certain centers, we try to bring it back off the approach and get into the settee, like that. We used to do that kind of thing, right? Because you want to try and get on the lane and get it all the way back to the dots. Like, who could get it the farthest? But that's pretty solid. I mean, that's a good 30 feet. I mean, 35 feet. I mean, that's pretty solid. JJ, our guy who's GM, keeping this all real, keeping it together. He came down. We were sitting and watching football for a little bit there, right? I said, "You all right?" He goes, "Oh." He goes, "We're almost done." That's exactly what he said to me. I go, "I know." And then there's day 2 tomorrow. He goes, "Don't worry about me." He goes, "Can I just watch football?" I go, "Yeah, we're watching football. We're cool. Everything's cool." I said, "The world is a better place. We're watching football." He goes, "All right, sweet."
Oh, appreciate those hanging out tonight. Shout
We
out
love
to
y'all. Yeah.
House Shot Zero. Love that name. Appreciate your kind words, and I wish that back to you. Continued success for you.
Appreciate you. That's awesome.
When I read your name, House Shot Zero, what immediately popped into my head was Jukebox Hero.
Oh.
And so
Are you old enough to know that song?
I initially then went in, not technically.
Oh,
no.
okay. Just checking.
But I'm a very
Old
eclectic
school
musical
kind of
dude.
guy. Yeah, all right.
I dabble in a little bit of everything. But so my mind went to House Shot Zero.
Got stars in his eyes. By the way, Brandon came back throwing his hand up because he knows what the 5 means here on lane 9.
Well, that was a tricky spare for a few people today.
We talked about that earlier, right? I'm gonna throw my hand up just in case he turns back and sees me. Just to give him some of that. And oh, he's like, oh, look at me. Everybody around him pointing.
Real expensive.
He goes, that could have been expensive.
If it was at home at the time, that was about to get real expensive.
Oh, yeah, at home. It would have been very expensive. Here, no, not so much. We have a lighter crowd here tonight at the 8:30 shift for the sweeper.
That spare's tricky.
It is tricky. If you left it the first time, there's no guarantee on the second time.
that is Mark Schofield, who again was a college teammate of mine.
Yeah.
He said a lot of things that were funny over the course of my time with him.
Yeah.
That one has stood the test of time, though. I've been saying that for 20 years. Every time I see a 5-pin up, that spare's tricky.
Yeah, tricky.
And I mean, we've all been that person at least once in our lives.
Absolute facts.
We've all been.
Absolute facts. It's tricky.
The shame and
tricky,
embarrassment.
tricky.
Look at Robert Smith.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Handling
Sneaky good, right?
He
And like I said, it was when he came over and chirped and we were talking for a second, right? He goes, you know, I said, oh, it's different on the senior tour. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, you know what? He goes, I'm going to look at it differently this set. I go, yeah. I said, you got that in you? He goes, yeah. He goes, believe it or not, I think I can still do that. Well, I don't know. He snuck out a 4-bagger here. We'll see what that transcends to.
He said, I came back to the booth and he was standing right in front, getting ready to practice. Obviously, and he's like, he didn't get a chance to say hello to me, so said hello, great dude.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I don't know why I'm doing this, and I go, because deep down this is what we do. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
This
It's
is what you
bowling.
do.
It's what you do. That's all you've ever known, bro. Like, and now he moved, went through different facets of life, and now he has a pro shop. Like,
Right.
he drills balls for people who love to bowl, right?
Bang.
By the
Said
way,
that all day.
in case you're noticing, and again, I didn't have to mention it to him, but there might be a little loft action going
The
on
L
there.
word I was about to say.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
Oh, I peeped it.
Okay.
I
You
peeped
it.
game.
All right, sweet.
I peeped game.
And again, it comes back to lane surface and topography and all the different things. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't even mention it to him, right? Again, I've known Robert for, back in, I started with Storm in 01. So 24 and a half years now I've known Maximum Bob, right? And, he accepted for what it is. And he had I tell you what, folks, he had a long time accepting the fact that he was getting older and things changed, right?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
exactly what he said. Like you said, when we were chatting earlier, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to figure it out, and da-da-da. A little loft action. A little 5-bagger action. I don't know. Could be coincidence. Could be not. I don't know.
See if I don't know how much we'll be able to see on the replay from the loft angle. I'll see if we can get this shot.
Yeah. We'll see if he replicates it. And it could be that 11 and 12, right? I will tell you, when Maximum Bob was at his prime, it was one of those things of, and again, like a handful of elite players, there'd be times where I could walk through and practice or walk through in pairs and, hey, what do you think? And it could be like game 2, game 3. He's like, hey, by the way, just giving you a heads up. I'm hooking on the left lane or hooking on the right lane, and I'm dead straight on the other lane. And I'll be like, okay, you cool with that? Yeah, I'm cool. And so I just move along, right? If they told me that they were cool and had whatever going, and it's seriously one of those things where he could be playing 25 on one lane and like up 5 on the other. Pete could do that. Robert could do that. Norm could do that. There was a handful of guys that actually had that capability of doing it in a game, right? Because every lane is not created equal. And I think that's what you have to, and he kind of yipped on it, yanked it to the front. But, and I think that's what bowlers don't comprehend as well, because pairs are not the same. Lane to lane on the same pair, it's not the same thing. They're unique to their own. It's a snowflake. It's a unique deal. And I will tell you, plenty of times when I on tour way back in the day, I had certain guys that, oh hey, I'd have 20 to 30 guys, and I have a handful of guys that go, hey, by the way, the left lanes are hooking more. All right, sweet. Well, then I'd have like another 5 or 6 guys who are like, hey, by the way, I don't know if we told you, but the right lanes are hooking more. All right, sweet. So I got part of the guys playing left lane more, part of the guys playing right lane more. Other guys are like, hey, by the way, every pair I go to, they're exactly the same. I'm like, okay. And it's all about ball roll, tilt, rotation, rev rate, all the things, right? And you just have to know that certain guys see guys or girls, right? It's, not pigeonholed in any way. Yeah, it's one of those things that you see it a certain way, and okay, how do we maximize off that? How do we parlay that, if you will? Parlay.
I got Brandon here. I don't want to let this one get away, but he's made some clutch splits, some good spare conversions after his good start. And he's thrown a lot of those types of shots. A ton of those types of shots, in fact, so far in this one game. Curious what bowling ball he's throwing, because it's looks like it's got a little bit of at least lane shine. It looks like something that is much cleaner, maybe a high roadish.
Who's that?
Brandon Matthews over on 9 and 10. Yeah, that looks like a high road. We still producing high roads?
We are.
Okay.
But him and I talked about some bowling balls on the break, right? Like in
It's that first blue one on the left.
high road. You throwing a high road, or what are you throwing? Yeah, high road. Yeah, we were talking about bowling balls on the break, right? And he's got high road. He's got ultimate wrecker. We discussed some different things, and he's like how he saw it. And what's funny is he goes, man, high road's doing this. He goes, but ultimate wrecker does this. He goes, does that make sense? I go, it's all on how you see it. And he goes, okay, cool, because he's a fresh guy to our team, right? Like he's just signed in the last couple months, and so he's still learning bowling balls. And part of his deal of bowling these sweepers actually was, again, learning bowling balls, of kind of grinding. He's like, I did this, I did that. He goes, I feel like I maybe made some bad choices. I should do some different things. He goes, I'm going to bowl in sweepers, and I want to do this. And I'm like, all right, sweet. He goes, I don't know if you know or not, but, I'm like, all right, sweet. And so we talked about stuff. He's like, oh. So I helped him understand some of our product line with our 3 brands. And anyway, again, like we talked about, he grabbed a bag that he had in the car. He's like, well, I threw one ball earlier. Didn't make sense. He goes, what I think, he goes, now that I changed my hand a little bit, I can do some things. I go, well, that's fine. He goes, so you're not opposed to that? I go, no, dude. I said, again, it's how you see it and how you want to shape it. I go, it's playable. You can do different things. So, so he's still kind of in that learning phase of understanding bowling ball motion now that he's exclusive with SPI.
Big shout out to our guy Paul Younts here. Good
pretty solid.
Puts him in the
220.
220s.
Yeah.
And that is, in a 2-game scenario,
I like the chances there.
That's a great
That's
start.
definitely a leg up.
No pun intended. Like that is a fantastic start.
Oh, good. Sorry. My bad. That's a pretty good pitch right there.
Yeah, Flora can maybe try to run down 2-teen here. And that actually would keep him on pace for what he did the first.
I was going to say he was sneaky, right?
He went 2-teen, 230.
Yep.
222 for Paul.
I think we're good, dude.
$222. Mr. Smith will try to close out his deal. There's the loft. I still thought that was a better shot than the last time up on the right lane, though, but it also was the right lane in the 8th.
Yep.
He gave that grab look. He took the 3 off the 3, 6, 7, 10. Don't want to let this game go to waste here.
No, obviously the goal is contracting conversion. Yeah, it gets that. He's looking at 230. Again, 220, 230. Should be good.
Great spare. Great. Nice, very nice 3-6-10. Well, Brandon's going to be in a good spot, too. Can get to 2-teen. How about that? Mr. Flora.
Pretty good pitch. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, you know, whether he wins the sweeper, cashes again, whatever, right? It's going to be like 3 straight games, right? Including the first 2 from the sweeper at 6.
Yep.
Where he's off to a great start. Like this was a full block or full squad. Well, we'll have those again tomorrow, 9 and 2, Arizona time respectively.
Yep.
I mean, aside from again, much different scenario, the situation, but obviously Kyle's blocked today. Matt Zweig and Matt Jones, respectively, their blocks today. 1 through 6, solid overall, especially Kyle Troop,
sure.
of course.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the people having 2-game stretches of good and then a lot of just nothing. His first 3 games pretty solid here. And 200 won't be bad either. We'll take 2-0-0 with 1 game to go.
Yeah, no, for sure. You want to at least get close. You want to be close enough to par that you hope to parlay that in the second game. You know, whether you sneak out 220, 2-teen, because again, I mean, obviously we're going to pay less spots this go round because we have less entries. But again, it's still guaranteed 1,000 on top. So, you know, I think we paid 6 spots the first round. I think maybe we won't pay that. Maybe, I don't know what the ratio is. Maybe 4, maybe 5, probably 4. But again, you got to think 211 posted. You know, you got some 220s here. Like you said, Robert Smith had 229. The leadoff bowler on his pair had 222. You're within shouting distance. I think that's the big thing, right?
Shouting distance.
Because you look on 5 and 6, the high game is 181. So to get to say 2-teen, you know, you're now looking at 230, 240. Is that out there right now? I don't know. Right? You said the lane sat for a little bit, transition. There's just things that are you have parts of the equation that have to factor in. Wesley Lowe catches a strike there. Here on 11 and 12. So yeah, we just got to see how this all shakes out, right? You know, and give me an example, right? So we're in a super 2-game format, and like over here on 15 and 16, the high game is 199. 17, 18, the high game is 164. So yeah, you got to look at big picture, right? You're trying to get 2 games total pins.
4-pin there for Justin Sims. So he can get to 181.
Right.
Bruce Franks Jr., he was watching, or he was in the chat early this morning.
All right.
Yeah, he was watching Squad 1 this morning.
All right now. I like that. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning back in with us tonight.
No, he's
Appreciate
bowling.
you.
He's bowling.
Oh, he's bowling right now.
Yeah, he's over
wait a second.
on, he's on 12. All right, good spare there for Bruce. He's bowling with, again, Jason Mike Lowry, Wesley Lowe. And on 9 and 10, Michael Fitzgerald. Looks like Landon Incarnate is also on this pair, and someone I do not know. But he definitely bowled the first sweeper. And now we need a ball return over on 9 and 10, the universal
Signed for
ball return
hey,
call.
my ball
And you
disappeared.
Put your hands up, and they You kind of
So
create
your
like
hands up.
a globe-like motion.
Yes.
You put your hands together by the fingertips. Quick shout out to Johnny Bones III, by the way.
All right.
First of all, it's a great name.
I love that.
I mean, J Bones III. Like that is, you growing up with that nickname is that's what's up.
That's awesome. That's what's up. Exactly. That's what's up. I like that.
But we were having our 5-pin discussion, and he said,
Ooh,
long time ago, he missed a 5-pin in the 10th to cap off a 153 game to unfortunately go from 4th to out of the stepladder at the Seattle Masters. So he too has been that guy.
Has a little sting to it, right?
But that's got some sting.
There's some meaning and some sting to it. I get it.
That's like eating, some hot ones.
Yeah.
Being on the podcast with, no milk. All right, 310 conversion there for Mr. Franks. I'm curious. We'll find out what scores, what the standings are here after one in a moment. Again, 8:30 p.m. sweeper. Scores are starting to roll in. 229 from Robert Smith. Again, Paul Younts, 222. We saw Brandon Matthews, 211. Again, another situation of, a lot of games being in front of us from 7 through 12, 7 through 14.
Correct. And we can't see all the way to the other end, right? I mean, although it's closer to us, we're still getting down to, I have glasses on that are pretty good prescription. I can get to 19, 20, 21, 22. A little rough, little reach for my sight, my eye vision. Yeah, so we're kind of trying to pay attention to what we can, right? And again, I think we can do it with body language and reactions to bowlers, right? Like bowlers tell you how they're bowling or what's going on based on their emotions, or are they slapping it out, running it out, or nothing. Yeah, it's just kind of part of the equation, right?
Well, watch this ball reaction. Just
in front of it,
right in front of it.
Oh, hey now. 5. Hey now. Hard time 5. 5 off the backside. Not 5 through the middle. 5 off the backside. None of that now. None of that, sir.
Oh, you saw that yawn.
That, as I like to refer to, that's oxygen to the brain. Fitz catches the crossover, trips it all forward. He didn't even realize it. He's like, yeah, that's cool. I'm just awesome. That's fine. We were talking fantasy football earlier, and he's living on that high, right? Like, it's totally, yeah. Uncle Joe Exotic, putting up numbers and, yeah, different stuff. And, yeah, anyway.
That's why he has moved a little closer to us. Take a look. Looks like a tough 3-9 attempt.
Ran it down.
He made that look easy.
Nope. Landon tosses up the strike here on lane 9.
Ooh, Wesley Lowe, 246. That was the high game.
It's pretty solid.
Of game number 1.
Yeah, and he's got to get back on track here in game 2 because he just went 5-4 in the 4th. Bob Smith, 229, is in second. We don't have a cut number, I guess, based on 26 entries. Again, $1,000 on top guaranteed. So I don't know what was the ratio. Was it 1 in 5? Do we know?
No, I don't think, but let's see. Let me go to the
1 in 4.
Go to the
1 in 5.
quick. It doesn't say on the front. I'll find out for you.
No, that's fine. All good. We'll figure it out. We're here for your entertainment. Uh-oh. Wow. Landon with the crossover here. We're looking at shots on 13 and 14. Wesley, all right. Trying to get back in the mix.
Throw the standings up on the screen real quick. It's after one. Again, Wesley Lowe, 246. Robert Smith, plus 29. Paul Youns, plus 22. Brandon Matthews, plus 11. We saw games 2 through 4 in front of us, actually, including Justin Flores. So 4 of the first or the highest 6 games were shot on lanes between lanes 7 through, I think, 12 in game 1. Again, this is the second sweeper tonight. This will conclude competition for the evening, and we'll have a back to the normal schedule, almost a repeat of today's schedule. There'll be 2 full squads, 2 full qualifying squads. First one is at 9 a.m. Arizona time. Also 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, noon Eastern. That's all tomorrow. Then we'll have a 2 p.m. local time squad. Again, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. 2 additional sweepers just like tonight at 6 and 8:30. And then after the 8:30 tomorrow evening, we will have an action match, which will feature 12-time PBA champion Kyle Troop versus Matt Jones as Mike Lowry. Jason Lowry, that is, but I like to call him Mike. And he's like, yeah, he got about 3rd step in. I was like, I need to take a chill pill. I'm going to stop.
You got to do that sometime. You got to do the reset. Do like the reboot, reset button. Those that can actually physically do it, more power to you. Yeah, when I get stuff in motion, yeah, no chance. I'm stopping, balking. Can't do it.
Wesley's got a little bit of work to do. There you go.
Pretty good pitch.
If I think back to Wes and one of those players who, kind of captured and some of that early fame as a youth player, making significant news with regard to regional winning, and I think at 13, 14 years old, maybe younger than that. I think he was like maybe the youngest at the time to shoot 300 or something like that too. I mean, his youth accolades.
I mean, obviously there's been younger since, right?
Wild.
But he's a 900 guy.
But at the time,
right? He's a big number guy, and we were chatting earlier about the tour mentality and the thing, right? Like it's. Him being left-handed, it was one of those things that we talked about actually on the break this afternoon, right? Like it was one of those things that he was like, bro, he goes, I know I've talked to you about this before. He goes, but man, things were different. He's like an old guy now. He's like, things were different back then. Thank you, bro. You're not even like part of my age, but just from like you said, he grew up so fast in that world and that exposure. that he perceives it as an older generation guy, right?
And I get it.
Yeah, it's a thing.
His career.
Oh, hey, look at this guy.
You know, Carl Long in the building.
What's going on, boys?
What it is, yo? What's up?
You know, we don't. Most cars these days, you don't turn a key, right, to start the ignition. It's a start and stop. Press the button.
It's a button thing.
But you know, Wesley's career was a start. Like, he turned the key when he was like 12.
Facts.
Right, and I mean, he was moving out for a minute. Youngest to win a regional. He was a non-member at the time, of course. He was 15 when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in, shoot.
We got to pull up the Google Analytics kind of thing. We're using the assistance of AI right now, folks, in case you're keeping
It
score.
was 2012.
Oh,
Been a minute.
hold on. Let's add the math into that. Like, that's 13 years ago.
Storm signed him to an amateur contract when he was, also when he was 18. He
Yep.
turned 18, June
Yep.
4th.
Yep.
That was such an important deal at that time that was a story that appeared on bowl.com. I just think about the context of that,
Yeah.
right? Like, what? I mean, it was enough of a deal to, you know, write up a couple of graphs. And if it wasn't written for bowl.com, it was shared to bowl.com.
Yep. And now it's just like things have changed so much as far as influencers and the world we live in, society in general, right? That's a whole nother story for another day.
He's also got 900 too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just mentioned.
Is that all?
I mean, think about that.
No.
Like, I can't even throw it. Dude, and you bowl legal with it. And that's what I tell people, like, I can't remember. I mean, I think my longest string at one point in time in my life was like 18 in a row. And I'm like, 36? Like, double that? I'm like, no chance. Like, how do you do that? And you think about the number of people that have done it, and, you know, we're just going to live in a world where you,
What is the number now, officially,
Number of what?
of 900 sanctioned?
Oh.
Like official 900 sanctioned sets now.
ask an total number, I think it's 34.
Yeah, it's
or
still-
36.
It's in the
We're in the
30s.
mid-30s.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Really?
But here you got to put it in perspective, right? So you think about back in the day, the number of lines bowled as opposed to where we are now. It's very minute in comparison, right? And when you compare it to like perfect games in baseball, 27 outs, the exact, not necessarily a no-hitter, but a perfect game, right? And perfect series in bowling, the 900 deal. Yeah, you think about it. Here's my thing, right? When you think about it, if you go back to the deal of, there was 10 million league bowlers. Well, times 30-plus weeks, times 3 games a week. That's a lot of games, a lot of sets bowled that here we are now in 2025, and it's only been, and I look at it as it's only been done in the mid-30s, right? Like, it should have been done more if you think about the big picture.
I guess
Based on the number of games bowled.
I get it, and I can understand that philosophy of it, but it's still 36, whether they're pure or not.
Yeah.
That's 36. Like,
That's a lot.
I mean, the amount of luck, because we all spoke a couple days ago.
80% average less than 170.
Right, and not even that.
It's a big thing.
You can pure a shot, and just the bad luck factor of is getting tapped. I mean, I don't. That's unfathomable that there's that many, in my opinion. I think it's in the reverse. I think 36 seems to be out of margin for me.
Way short.
No, I know, but I'm just.
Yeah.
When
and then when you think about
just getting
you go back,
tapped.
and that's the whole thing. You go back to way back when you had ABC, WBC, YBA.
Sure.
And then that's even more number of bodies times X amount of games times year and season. Yeah, it's crazy, right?
41.
We're at 41 300s.
There was one
Okay.
this year, actually.
Oh wow.
Another 900 this year?
Yep.
Desmond Weatherspoon shot it January 18th.
Wow, and we didn't have one for 3 years, ish.
Yep.
22-25. Oh, shout out to Desmond. All right, sweet.
We broke
Yeah.
the streak.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said, when you think about it, and if you go back to when scores were kept in the 1800s, think about that for a second. Bowling balls were made in the late 1800s. You know, you turn to the century, 1900, and you think about the number of bowlers times the number of series bowled. It's not that, I don't know, you got to put it in perspective.
I look at it like shooting 300 versus shooting 900. 300, yes, it's not a thing anymore, right? Like if you bowl long enough, it just seems like you might probably just come about your way. But they do it 3 times in a row.
That's awesomeness.
That's
is what
all
it
I'm
is.
saying. It's
Like I said, the best I ever had, I think it was 18 in a row, and you know, it's just one of those things. Wesley Lowe looks like he's going to sneak out this out, right? Like he's looking at 230.
it's going to be tough to catch him.
I think that's about lock that up right there.
About my man says about lock that up.
Lock that up
what,
right there.
480? That sound about right?
What do you have the first game?
Yeah, he shot 240.
240 the first game. 46 and 230. Yeah, so 70 over.
78.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
What's the ratio for this one? Paying average?
1 and 6.
1 and
1
6.
and 6. Okay.
Is that too much?
No, we couldn't remember what
We're
it
just trying to
was.
make sure we explain it the right
We
way, right?
just didn't know.
Did you say 1 and 12? Is that what you want me to do? I can try to do that.
I'm pretty sure it was 1 and 6.
I thought
like,
you said 1
I
and
thought
12.
1 and
Okay.
2, but anyway, I guess I was wrong.
2. 1 and 2. The agent. This is the final agent on open. 1 and 2.
He's like, and so that's where we sign off, folks. I appreciate you. Come back never, and we will talk about it. All right, sweet.
Day 2, no longer available.
230 for Wesley Lowe with 246, so plus 76 for his 2-game set. Pretty sure he's not going to be mad about that, right?
It's probably a win.
I mean, he can be because he's a bowler, but it's fine, right? Everything's fine.
Well,
Bruce will grab one. Shout out to the Gigi replica jersey he's wearing too. It's Wakanda forever right there. I see
All
you.
right.
I see you, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, Landon. What did he shoot? 160. Okay. Let's see his ball roll. Landon Carney over on 9 and 10. Man,
last year, he shot 550, one of my sweepers, and just
Really?
railed them.
Okay. By the way, we weren't here, in case you're.
No, I know, but I'm just bringing this to light.
yeah.
He
Did
won one of my
qualify?
sweepers last year's, and
All right.
he didn't qualify.
Is there minutia in that? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Did he make the show?
No,
No.
but on that note, we are nearing the completion of game 2. I'm going to go pay these gentlemen out and females.
And girls?
And girls.
You got any girls
And-
on this one?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
So, but yes, again, thank you for a wonderful day 1. And we'll be back at it tomorrow.
Wait, this is only day 1? I thought it was Sunday. Is dinner tonight? Like, what? Wait, what? Oh,
Taco Bell.
oh
Yeah, there's gonna be
imagine
something.
that.
But again, thank you guys both for enjoying day 1 for us. And
We're still learning. Every day is a new
we
adventure.
will see
We're
you
along for the ride.
tomorrow morning.
Real quick, you guys paid out really quickly.
Yes.
That's the goal again.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna hang on this time
Get
to
the
hear
scores.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Give
Okay.
us just. Usually we can have it out within just a few minutes of.
We appreciate
completion.
that.
So we'll be right back.
All right.
We're
so
here for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Virginia Young's got a little bit of ammunition for her wonderful Michael Fitzgerald, who
I wasn't going to say a word,
put
but
one in the channel.
I'm just saying that there should be compensation
That one
of
was for Virginia
maybe some
Young right
Lego
there.
compensation, something or other.
She might be in the cruise right now.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the cruise. I'm talking about Lego compensation for the distraught and the I don't know, emotional.
It's a settlement.
Yes,
Great
settlement.
shot. Gosh, how many?
Emotional damage. Yeah,
Honestly,
that's what I felt what that was.
How many? This is serious. How
Yes.
many gutter balls have we seen today that were followed by
Spare
legit
shot?
excellent shots, excellent spare shots, like excellent spare
I
shots.
bet it's got to be close to 80%. I mean, 75, 80%, right? That's what I feel like.
Wow.
The number that we've seen.
That shot was so good.
right? Like, that's what the intention was the first time. It just didn't happen. The execution wasn't there, right? Like, it happens. I get it. It's called human error. And I tell people that when I work with them. They go, what do you mean? I go, it's human error. They go, why? I go, because you're a human being. You're not a robot. You can't
Correct.
throw it the exact same. You're not Earl. You can't throw it the exact same time, same way, same rev rate.
Earl's journey to 900.
Same thing, right? Like, it's a thing. You're human. And they go, oh, okay.
Earl's journey. That was one of my favorite things to be a part of.
Yeah. Yeah, you were part of that, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was super cool. Enjoyed, and you probably had the same feeling, right? When you go shoot a vid at HQ and it's shoot day, it's just a different level of excitement, right? Whatever it is you guys are working on, whatever the goal is that day, you get to have a little bit more fun. You guys have fun all the time, but you get to have a little extra fun.
It feels like
Right.
it. Right.
That's what I felt like when we shot.
Yeah.
Earl every time we shot. I mean, we do about 3 episodes of a shoot.
And then you like scratch your head and go, wait, what? Why can't I shoot 900? Like, because there's so many.
Oh yeah, it was
again,
fun, man.
That comes back to and again we'll talk. We talk
things
about
we
through the
learned.
weekend, right? Like the things we learned and the fact of the variables change when you have a robot doing exactly the same thing every time, which humans can't do. And it still couldn't do it.
Still can do it. And the first reason was, I won't say it's the main reason.
Just
but
one of.
the thing that we learned quickly, right? And I certainly didn't consider it because he's a robot. Well, he's to be the most accurate. Like we don't have to worry about the accuracy part. Well, what we didn't think about was he's so accurate that spot, his target, gets burned up faster
Super fast.
because
Super
he's
quick.
so accurate.
Yes.
So we had to move. We learned that.
And by the way,
our
it wasn't,
move was every 4 frames.
And just to let y'all know, it wasn't the fact that it's a he. Earl is a thing.
Correct.
The fact being the robot, the fact that it could repeat a shot to the exact degree, exact revolution, exact speed, it further exemplified and it made it accentuated the when you blow apart a pattern or oil or whatever, right? And the topography and surface and oil, and they're like, oh yeah, we got this. Well, again, and you talk about anybody who's bowled 900. I've yet to come across any, because we've had quite a few of them bowled with a rotor grip ball, right? Mm-hmm. Not one of them goes, I threw the exact same ball, the exact same spot, and I never moved all night. Like, that doesn't happen, right? Like, there's a transition that happens, even for the human. So when you have the exact same from a robot aspect, it's like times 10. It's like, magnified. I think that's the big thing.
4 players, by the way. What did Brandon say? The record looks.
I don't know. I think it was maybe in play.
So they're playing 4 spots.
Okay.
Fourth will be 300. Third will be 375. 400 for second, and again, guaranteed 1,000 up top.
$100 in. You can't be mad about it, right?
And so the scores aren't yet final. But
final until proven final.
To be entered, but I don't think there's any doubt about Wesley Lowe. Shout out to Brandon Matthews. He salvaged today, right there. If he remains in second, it's gonna be 400.
Which again, I think that's what he's chirping about, right? And the fact of he went and grabbed different balls out of the car.
And that's if he remains in second. That may not happen.
Yeah.
We can need Robert Smith and Paul Younce's scores here in a moment. We'll have them shortly.
All right.
Uh-oh, I heard some Ravens fans.
Oh, what?
Or some
That's
people
a thing?
talking about Ravens fans.
Sorry for their luck. It's
Oh,
got to
that's
be
where
bad
you
enough
wanna
being a
be?
Bears fan, right? Oh, sorry. Did that sting a little bit? Band-Aid, what?
But you're not wrong, though. You're not wrong.
Oof.
I'd rather be if I had to choose one, I'm going to choose the Bears. But in regards to who's actually had success in recent years, I'd take the Ravens every single time.
Oh yeah. Well, they got injury. They got the injury bug right now, and
minus
obviously
this
it's a tough
season?
deal. Yeah.
You know,
if they get healthy, it'll figure out. But
Hey, listen, man,
man, I'd take that either one of those way over a
Don't worry
Titans
about
fan right now. Like,
don't
sorry
worry
about your
this
luck.
season. Don't even worry about this season.
Yeah, you got to look at reality,
Go
right?
ahead, take a top 5 pick. You haven't had one of those in a long
Yeah,
time.
just cash it in. Just
Cash
do the right
in.
thing. Do the right thing. That's all we ask.
Give Lamar a break.
All we ask. Do the right thing.
Give
him.
Derrick Henry one more year. Sign him at least one more year. Just
I
run
don't know
it back.
if you can.
Now you got
I
to.
don't. I mean, Hill's not bad, dude. Hill's not bad.
Yeah, well, he's not, but you need them both.
Yeah, true story. True story.
All right, score sheets are. I feel like Theo's about to make that announcement. He doesn't want to make.
Yeah, we're getting close, right? And Carl's on the hunt for score sheets. GT2 is just staring at Pindex. What's cooking on in there?
All right, we'll have that those scores for you here in a moment. One more time, I'll do the refresh. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be. It looks like Robert Smith might hang on.
Oh,
And
wow.
Paul, for that matter.
Look at that.
Landon Carter was one hit away. If he gets the first hit in the 10th frame.
And so, again, it goes back to like what we saw in the last squad, right? And the fact of
And he knew
Wesley
it too.
Lowe is their leader, right, at plus 76. And then there's a 60-pin gap, 63 pin to second. So you subtract him from that, plus 13. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to put it in perspective. Somebody's going to figure it out. Somebody's going to get a little something, right? And Brandon felt good what he had. 413 for 2, right? And he's looking at $400. 100 in, you paid, 200 in, basically two squads, but he made 200 back. Like, and I don't know what he had in the brackets and sides and maybe doubles and whatever else. Like, it could have offset, like you mentioned earlier, it could have offset the entire day. And you can't argue that, right? Like, that's a pretty solid play.
Landon knew it too. That's one where, again, first hit, he's in the money.
Mm-hmm.
He's your unofficial until they
second
announced.
high game that game.
Yeah.
Wesley had 230. He had 228. Nobody else was.
All right, we already have our scores back in fourth place. Paul Younts with a -1. Robert Smith with a +2 for 375. Brandon Matthews +13 for 400. And Wesley Lowe +76 for 1,000.
There you go.
And there it is.
Give us
There
about
you have it,
5
and
to
there
10
you are.
minutes for brackets, and then we'll get you guys paid out for the evening. Thanks, and be back day 2.
And there you have it from Carl. Again, scores are official, and they are correct on your screen. Shout out to Wesley Lowe, Brandon Matthews, Robert Smith, Paul Younts. Taking care of business here in sweeper number 2, and that's going to take care of business for us on day 1 of the Agenong Open, the trilogy. 2 squads today, squads 1 and 2. Again, full 6-game blocks. Kyle Troop was fantastic in squad 2 this afternoon. He's definitely going to be bowling, of course, on Sunday morning during the cashers round. Matt Jones will probably be doing the same, even just with the score that he had. We probably will see Matt again just in case at +22. Matt Zweig, good score as well at +77. That was in squad number 1. Zweig led squad 1. Troop led squad 2.
By the way, and Troop was non-factor in squad 1 of the sweeper tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, Sloan Dog, I'll see you guys in the morning. We're going to get dinner."
Absolutely.
And he's like, they were. I just, it is what it is, right? And again, come Sunday, it's a whole different animal.
Absolutely.
So we're only on Thursday, right? We got Friday, Saturday. We got a lot of bowling left.
And with that said, tomorrow, again, we'll be back here 9 a.m., a little bit under now, 12 hours from now.
Love that for us.
9 a.m. Arizona
Local time.
Arizona
left coast time.
11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, right here on Bowlstream TV. 2 squads in the morning, or morning and the afternoon, 2 more sweepers. But then tomorrow night, there's a little bit of dessert
Oh, yeah.
after this
for sure.
slot, right?
Ooh,
You like
it's
cheesecake,
gonna be good.
chocolate
It's gonna be
cake,
good.
whatever it is. The dessert tomorrow is action. Kyle Troop versus Matt Jones. Best of 5, first to 3 wins for $2,500. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And we should have a very packed building. And,
Hope so.
And if you can't watch it, of course, live in person, the only place to watch it is right here on Bullstream TV. With that said, Slim, great to be back with you in a
Yes, sir.
fantastic day one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks to Carl and Kathy Ong, of course. Thanks to Theo Duthay of Complete Bowling Events. Thank you to JJ here, our GM of Bowlero, Kyrene. We will see you tomorrow morning. My name is Emil Williams Jr. For all involved, we thank you again. Thanks to all of the sponsors. First and foremost, Team Agent Ong, My Home Group, Roto Grip, Acclaim Garage Doors, and Schroeder Family Electric. Acclaim, of course, putting their name on the sweepers here tonight. And then, of course, the rest of our sponsors. Could not do it without them. Dude Wipes, Mark Powell, Tyler Hemmings Media. We met Tyler and had a great convo during
Awesome.
lunch with
Yep.
Tyler. Bowlify, Travel 24/7, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, featuring Chef Adam Ellison, East Valley Fans and Blinds, TMH Websites, Ramsey Auto Center, Spartan Family Plumbing, Friggin' Jerk. I don't know if you're a beef jerky kind of person.
I am.
I'm not, but I tried that. It's beef jerky, by the way. So we were trying to figure out what is friggin' jerk.
Yeah.
Beef jerky.
Okay.
It's very good.
I'm in for that.
There's a couple
Yep.
boxes in the
I like
tournament
that.
office. You
I
should
like
check
that for
that
us.
out.
All right, sweet.
O&B, Burke Brothers, Swift Home Inspection, Chuck's Painting, Crate Bar, shout out to Jeff Krause, and B3 Performance. With that said, we will see you in the AM. For Chris, Roto, Schlemer, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We say so long for now. This has been day one of the Agent Ong Open, the trilogy. You watched it live and only on Bullstream TV. Good night, folks.